The Kennedy Austin Foundation is not just a place for families in crisis. It's a place that you can find all the services you need to get your life started. Ethel has many programs in place, not just the classes, but you do a lot of other community-based work that is designed to get people out of the hole, to lift people up. Let's start with this month, the Million Mother March.
Yeah. So May is a vital month for us. It's, again, my son's birthday is May 1st. He passed away May 31st. Mother's Day, my other daughter's birthday, and the Million Mothers March, which we do. It's an annual event, a community event that showcases families in crisis. You see the news flash, and you see families all over the place with the crying, but a lot of people want you to see the healing aspect of after the loss of a child. We decided to start that support group. 5 women, just 5 women, put that support group together, and one of the ladies said, hey, you know, my story was all over the news. How can I get people to see that I'm healed and I'm back working in this capacity to help other parents? And so we started the Million Mothers March just on having women, families, children come together and showcase. You can live through loss. You can definitely live through loss. That's one of our events that we have in May.
And you had one just recently.
Uh-huh.
How did it go?
It was absolutely excellent. I mean, it was so amazing. We even had a guy there that had a train, and he just drove the train with the kids all throughout the park. It's an event that people look forward to coming to. It's an event that's very upbeat. And then we have speakers, we have a DJ, we have food vendors, information that we give out to the community, you know, letting people know who we are, and what we do. Also, we have people that are there that have other services. You know, it's really a great event. And at the very end of the event, we have this beautiful balloon send-off. It's my favorite part. It's just like you come together in unity and in love and in remembrance of your lost loved one. And it's almost like you release these balloons. It's like a part of you is being released. So it's a really, really good deal, and you'll see people, they'll hug each other, or they'll go and give each other a high five, but it's always very, very uplifting, and it's community oriented, and it's just a fun event to come to every year.
That's incredible.
Yes.
So you started off with five people?
Women.
5 women.
Mm-hmm.
And where are those women now?
Well, a lot of them, I tell a lot of the women that come through the support groups, don't overstay your healing. When you have gotten what you need, it's time to move on. Sometimes you can be stagnant if you stay too long, and sometimes people become very comfortable. They want to stay. And I have to let them know, when you have gotten to that point that you can take care of yourself, it's time to go out into the community and go help other people. That's my message.
That's an awesome way to
absolutely.
spread the service.
Yes, absolutely.
So what else goes on at the Kennedy Austin Foundation? We've talked a lot about the classes.
Yes.
And that's one very small section,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you guys offer a lot more
We
to
do.
families that are trying to lift themselves up.
Right. So we have the toy drive in December. It's a big, huge event like the Million Mothers March, where we get the communities involved, we get the children involved. We give out toys and backpacks and shoes and all kind of stuff with the toy drive. We have a Thanksgiving giveaway where we just give out turkeys. You know, we don't cook them, we'll give them to you and let you do all the cooking. And so we have the turkey giveaway. We have this beautiful event called the Courage Awards. Every year, we give 2 deserving individuals, male or female, an award. Is called the Courage Awards, just to showcase your healing, your strengths, your deliverance from whatever it is that you're going through. Some people have never seen their name on a certificate or have never gotten flowers. You validate people in the Courage Award by just acknowledging them. And that's something that we do. It's a beautiful event. So we have the Courage Awards, and then again we have the toy drive, we have the turkey drive, the Courage Awards, we have the Thanksgiving. We have all of these events so that people can know there's healing outside of what you're going through. So we create these things so people can say, okay, I'm looking forward to that. We have a journaling class where people can come and get a journal and just write. We have speakers that come into our space. It's a monthly workshop where we have professional people that'll come in there and will teach you how to purchase your first home. People aren't teaching people that have a lot of the issues that I see, but it's needed. It adds years onto your life. Really, people that don't have a place to live, that's mental illness, not having a roof over your head. So we invite the professionals to come in, and not only do they come with all of this information, but they allow most of the people at the Kennedy Austin to take classes for free in real estate.
Wow.
Or to build up their FICO score, or to show them what to look for. So it's so many beautiful entities that Kennedy Austin Foundation have, and it came out of the need to make people feel a part of something good, something great outside of the normal life. You come in there and you look forward to these events, and not only that, you're a part of it. You're a part of the event, and that is unity in our communities right there, making them a part of it.
What does it take to be nominated and win a Courage Award?
It takes people with courage to come in one way, or to feel like they can never master not drinking, or they could never get over fear, or they could never get their children back, that their children may have been taken away from them. And they come in there and they start taking these classes and they start talking to people, and all of a sudden you see these people rise up in power, and they're community oriented, and they go out and they put the time in for themselves. That's a person of courage. You let them know your efforts are not in vain. This is a place that we honor your efforts. We honor you because of your tenacity. We honor you because of your strengths and weaknesses. And here is a certificate to back it up. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That does sound incredible.
Everybody just needs to be validated.
To have that
We all
recognition.
need to be validated in some area. And to see these people, they thrive when these events, everybody wants to be a part. It's like, okay. But every year they get bigger and bigger because people tell this person and that person, and then they want to nominate people now. So we interview the people they don't even know until a day before the awards that they're getting that particular award. And it is like, it's breathtaking just to see people feel I am important. It's amazing. So the events are events that are really made in love. They're made in a lot of caring and sharing, a lot of commitment. And Kennedy Austin Foundation had to add that component because we had all the classes. So now we have these other components with all of our events that make people feel like a whole person.
So tell me a little about the toy drive. I was able to visit this last Christmas at the toy drive,
It's one
and
of my favorites.
It was an amazing event. I mean, the number of people not receiving
Sure.
the toys, but the number of people giving them out was
Yeah.
I mean, it was amazing.
Again, we're talking about relationships. Again, we're talking about engaging. having people to come out of themselves, to get in the community and talk to people they would not normally talk to, or engage, or maybe give a person a high five. Or you can find in these toy drives that you have a lot of people that have a lot of likenesses. They're familiar in different areas. A lot of people just want to box those toys up and go out in the cars and talk to people and see what these people are like. We love the look on these children's faces when we give them, just a toy. It is a human act of kindness. We all need it. And the toy drive is one of our biggest events because everybody want to be a part. We're all kids at heart. We all want to see these children smile and laugh, and their parents they bring them from all over. And we welcome everyone, and nobody ever leave there without nothing. We have something for everybody.
Wow.
That toy drive.
And just before that, you have your turkey drive.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of energy, same kind of community
energy.
involvement.
We have people that donate turkeys. Sometimes there's so many, I'm like, okay, we have to give people 2 turkeys apiece, okay? But it's like people donate to the turkey drive, and we give it out to families. We give it out to people in need. We give it out to whoever may want it. And it's such a blessing to have a giving heart, because sometimes people are too prideful and they won't tell you what they need. They won't let you know where they really are. But to say, there's a turkey drive, I can go and get a turkey and nothing. You don't have to show ID, you just show up. How big a turkey do you want? You want a big one? You want a little one? You can have it, whatever. That's how we.
Wow. So for the turkey drive, where do these turkeys come from?
So they come from, our sponsors they come from all over. Stater Brothers, Target, all of the major grocery stores, Vons, Food for Less. You also give people that donate money, senators, council members, mayors. They donate money for us to purchase these turkeys, and we'll go get them, and we'll get a lot of them, and we'll keep giving until they're all gone. So our sponsors are sometimes community leaders. They're parents. They're people that work in the grocery store that know that every year we have this turkey drive, and they donate gift cards so that you can get a turkey and a gift card to complete your dinner. And so they come from all over. Again, it's Stater Brothers, it's Target, it's Vons, all of these different entities. People, private donors. Private donors know every year they have that toy drive. They write a check, and then we get the check and we go purchase the turkeys, or we'll purchase the gift cards and we'll give them out to our community. That's how Kennedy Austin is able to keep our doors open. We're a nonprofit organization, so we have to depend on donors. We have to depend on the private donations coming in to keep our doors open, and that's exactly what we do.
How do you get the word out?
We normally get the word out through social media. We get the word out through our organization, through our website. Word of mouth. People talk about it. That's really the main goal, is people telling other people. And I think with us, we're so non-judgmental, because with a lot of the people that are giving out things, you have to have ID, a social security card. You have to have all you have to do with us is show up. You just have to have a need.
So this year, you had a graduation party.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
So the graduation party is for, I had 2 granddaughters that graduated. Jaden graduated from high school. London graduated from elementary school. But there are other children in the school district that didn't have parents or family. So what we did was we put a big, huge graduation party together and invited all of those kids that didn't have families, community to celebrate them. And we put on a real big show. I mean, with the food and photographer and music and allowing these children to be celebrated. I mean, especially this year where they worked through a pandemic and they weren't engaged in community affairs and they were isolated and shut up, but they did it. So they did it in this space, and we opened it up to broadcast it so everybody can see. And there were parents, single parents that can't afford to have a graduation party for their child. There are people in there, there are children in there that are homeless, and they graduated. We celebrate those kids. And it is a space where all you see is smiles and laughter and joy because somebody took the time to celebrate them. And it was like my two granddaughters were so thankful because it wasn't only about them. They opened it up to I don't know how many schools, and that place was packed. Children graduated, kids I had never seen before. Bring your cap and gown and come on down. And they did it. And it was amazing. And we cooked all the food, and it was just absolutely wonderful. I think, again, to me, it's this human acts of kindness. You never know how far that would take a child. That somebody that they didn't even know went out of their way and had a graduation party with your name on it. You don't know the impact. You don't know that may be able to save a child's life from dealing with mental illness because somebody cared. And that graduation party, I'm telling you, those kids, they were jamming. They had a good time.
Did you sing for them?
I didn't. They took the mic from me. They said, it's not your time, it's for the kids. I go, okay.
That sounds like
I
it was.
walked away graciously, but it's like, I had a good song for you though.
I'm sure the kids enjoyed it. I'm
They
sure
did, yes.
parents were grateful.
Yes, they were. Yeah.
Sometimes I think about some of the stories you tell me, and I think in 15 or 20 years that somebody else will be sitting in this chair, and one of your former
Yeah.
clients will be sitting in that chair
Yeah,
telling their
absolutely,
story.
Absolutely
And
right.
the graduation party seems like
Yes.
that's the story, that's the trigger.
Absolutely true. It was amazing.
Some of these programs that you've created at the Kennedy Austin Foundation, a graduation party, that is a fantastic idea.
Mhm.
Where do these ideas come from?
Honestly, it came from all of the lack in my personal life. I never graduated from high school. I was never validated. I never had a cap and gown. Those voids in my own heart, those are the things that I could sit down and journal, and I could say to myself, what would that experience look like for someone else? Because I know what it looked like for me. It was a void. And so I incorporate those kind of events into the lives of children and adults and women and whoever want to communicate or be a part of it. It's because of my own void, my own lack. And I don't want people to carry that around. So again, we become healers for other people. And that mirror, everything that I ever lacked, I wanted to make sure that I gave another person an opportunity to have that fulfilled.
That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. Most people would
And you see
just.
me smiling.
I do. Most people would just, share that with their families, their daughters, and you share it with the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is-
Absolutely true.
That is
Yeah.
that is outstanding.
Absolutely. I think so. Yeah.
So, stepping away from the holidays for a second, probably a large number of the people that visit you at the Kennedy Austin Foundation are suffering through poverty, unemployment,
Oh, yeah.
homelessness. But you have a first-time homebuyers program.
Yes.
How did that emerge? How did that come about?
Well, for me, remember when I lost my son, I became homeless. If you see the pattern in what's going on with Kennedy Austin Foundation, every single thing that I needed, I incorporated. Because losing a child is big. losing your home is big. So I incorporated all of these voids in my life because people needed it. And sometimes people wouldn't ask, but when you have it available. So I would reach out to communities, to different real estate. And I would, you guys have a real estate class? Sure. Can somebody come and talk to our people? We'd love to. They bring food and they bring brochures and pencils and pens, everything. And they sign them up for these classes. It makes a world of difference. Me, a home buyer, it opens up this world inside of us to say, I matter. Absolutely.
That is incredible.
It's incredible.
And it's all
Life is
because
incredible.
life is incredible. And it all comes from what you needed
Absolutely.
in your beginnings, in your very humble beginnings.
Yes. I like to incorporate. I like people to come there and have a sense of being fulfilled in areas that they need to be fulfilled in. And so, again, everything in my personal life that I have gone through, everything in my life that I dealt with, the deficiencies, homelessness, losing a child, domestic violence, I incorporated all of it because you have to take care of the need of the whole person.
So the whole person obviously
Mhm.
is, needs a home, needs a place to live, needs food.
Mhm.
But when they come in and they're at the at rock bottom, at the lowest of the low,
Sure.
you provide for them homeless kits.
hmm
How did that come about?
To watch people have a need and not ask, or when people are so destitute, they don't even know what to ask for, so you offer. You just offer. These are the services that we provide. These are the events. You just offer, and they'll let you know what they need and what they don't need. And you just, it's okay. You may not need all of these classes. You just want to serve. That's where God has placed you, serving. So guess what they do? They go right there. Just serving, putting a smile on someone's face, even when you're depressed, even when you don't know where your next meal is coming from. They're in that line serving other people because it gives them hope. And hope is something that we all need because the word will say, hope deferred makes your heart real sick. But when the issues of life comes, it's a well of fresh water. And that's what we offer people, a drink.
Pretty healthy drink, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So now that the world is starting to normalize again, some of the COVID restrictions are being
Sure.
lifted.
Yes.
What's in store for Kennedy Asa and some of your programs?
So right now, we're working on a couple of really good programs with our community. We're starting the journaling class again. People have been away, they've been isolated. They want that connection. So we're really putting energy and emphasis in bringing that journaling class together so people can start writing out what's going on. Because if you notice, before the pandemic hit, we were in a different space. We're in a new dispensation now. So now let's get to know that person. Journaling brings it out. Writing brings it out. Saying, this was my interest then, but this is my interest now. So it brings out your potential. It brings out things that you didn't know that was buried in there. So we are really, really focused on the journaling class. It's called Right the Wrongs in Our Life. And that's big right now. And that's a summer program that we go through, and people love coming there because they can express themselves on paper and pen.
What about people that don't want to write?
They don't have to. You don't make them. You just be present. Just be there. There are people that come in there that just want to serve the coffee. They're not interested in writing. They're not interested in journaling. They're not interested. They just want to serve coffee. That's it. It's okay. It's really okay. Yeah.
Kennedy Austin Foundation sounds like a magical place filled with, like your shirt says, love.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you again for your service to the community.
Absolutely.
The Kennedy Austin Foundation is, as we learned today, a full-service organization that will help you as a family in crisis, whether you're experiencing homelessness, mental health issues,
Yes.
all of it.
All of it.
So it is the go-to place. It is the front line for getting people's lives back on track.
Absolutely true.
Ethel,
Absolutely.
again, thank you so much.
You are
It
so
is
welcome.
always a pleasure to talk to you. It is a
Wonderful.
pleasure to learn about you and the Kennedy Austin
Mm-hmm.
Foundation. Thank you.
Always a blessing coming here. I love it.
It
Love
is.
the space. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
Hello again.
So tell me a little bit about what's going on here today.
So today is our 10th annual toy drive. And because of COVID, we're having a drive-through toy drive. Normally we have it at a clubhouse where they have Santa Claus, they have food, they have popcorn, they have everything. But we wanted to do it here and to make sure that our community got service today, and we didn't want to stop it because of the donations that we got. So that's one of the reasons that you see it out here, just a drive-through.
That's incredible. Where did the toys come from?
The toys came from different entities, Pomona Police Department, Senator Connie Leyva, Supervisor Hilda Solis, and private donors. They came from all over.
And the people that are here with the toy drive, they're driving up to pick up toys for their children for...
Most of those people are my in-laws, my daughters, my nieces, my nephews, my granddaughters. They're all volunteers to come and help make a joyful noise today for our community.
That is awesome. And
Yes.
the people that are receiving the toys, where are they from?
Most of the people are here from the Tri-City, Pomona, Claremont, and Laverne. And so when we send out the flyer, we try to make sure that we get those cities first. But everybody's welcome. We don't discriminate. We don't care where you're from. You don't have to show any ID. We give whoever come, get toys. And that's how we've been doing it for years.
That is awesome.
Right? So we've been doing this, we give back to the community at large, we help the disadvantaged children, their moms. My mother has adopted people who live in hotels, and like we have like special their names on bags, and we give them additional toys and things like that. So it's just a beautiful thing at large. It helps the city, it helps the families, and plus not only that, it's for us, we get to give back, and it's a beautiful thing.
Okay, so this is my favorite event. Every year we do the annual toy drive. And so initially the toy drive was canceled, but you know, my mother being who she is, she's going to serve the community. She made her way out of nowhere. So that's when we came up with the toy drive, the drive-through toy drive. So we can continue to service the community.